In the cosmic wake of the black hole that gobbled up Fortnite for a bit and then belched out a new one, every gamer on the planet is at least offering a respectful hat tip to the ballsy and seemingly ultra-effective marketing ploy, which included shutting down all Fortnite servers and social media channels over the weekend in anticipation of the release of Chapter 2. Which got us wondering, what are some other awesome viral stunts from the history of gaming? Here's some that worked, some that didn't, and one that never should have made it out of the conference room. What could be more shocking than your massive hit game going away for a bit and coming back? How about a massive hit game dropping out of nowhere? When Respawn Entertainment dropped Apex in February, it was without fanfare, bus ads, previews, or much of a promotional budget. Like so much Beyonce album, it simply was. And we fell in love with it. So, while the black hole may remind us that absence makes the heart grow fonder, let us never forget the power of a pleasant surprise. Like reaching into your pocket and finding a 20 you didn't know was there. And with in-game revenue now in the hundreds of millions of dollars a quarter, EA probably isn't second-guessing that play. What better place to promote your new tennis game than at Wimbledon? That's what Acclaim was thinking when they cooked up a viral marketing event for Virtua Tennis 2. And what better way to get your logo in front of a captive audience than by spray painting it onto some doves trained to hover and flap alarmingly near spectators, releasing the painted Pidgeotos during warm-ups in between official matches, which is a shame because it means we never got to see Andre Agassi flip out and spike a dove right into the clay. No birds were harmed in the making of this video. Players love Mass Effect's ability to place them in a vast universe of sexy aliens, fast ships, and pseudo-magic powers, which explains why EA promoted the release of ME3 by attaching copies of the game to pairs of high-altitude weather balloons and snapping some pics from orbit. Neat idea, but it turns out putting stuff into orbit is pretty hard. The balloons were stuffed with goodies, then released over several major cities and were meant to be GPS trackable. But technical issues forced the company to relay coordinates to fans via Twitter in London, while one landed on private property in San Francisco and was never heard from again. So, if you want to barter for a 7-year-old Mass Effect hoodie that's been to space, you know where to start looking. Any list such as this would be remiss. Not to mention The Wizard, the 1989 Fred Savage flick that introduced a whole generation of gamers to esports and made the Nintendo Power Glove look like the answer to all of life's problems. The Power Glove is to The Wizard as Reese's Pieces were to E.T. And while one of those movies is clearly superior, E.T., the other gave us a video game peripheral that let us imagine we were Tom Cruise in Minority Report 13 years before it even existed. At least until you got the glove home and learned a very valuable lesson. Cameras do lie. As do ads for video game peripherals. But perhaps no developer is as gung-ho on marketing stuntage as Acclaim. Along with bringing you birds with ads on them at the classiest event in the world, Acclaim is the shop that offered $10,000 to anyone willing to name their baby Turok. This is probably what inspired Bethesda to offer free games for life to anyone who named their baby Dovahkiin 9 years later. But riddle me this, Bethesda. Did you offer to pay people speeding tickets if they got pulled over rushing to GameStop to buy Burnout? Or offer to pay people willing to put ads for your game Shadow Man on the actual, literal, occupied graves of their loved ones? Because Acclaim did. Even going so far as to suggest that the deal might, quote, particularly interest poorer families. Because Acclaim was apparently a wild place to work. So, congratulations, Fortnite team. You've got us all rehyped for your game, and you didn't even have to defile a grave to do it. Mazel tov!